What's going on, guys? This is Demian from the Lookout with a very late video, but here it is, the European Regionals, MENA Vortex Regionals post-ban list top 16. Yes, we finally have all of the lists, and guys, before we begin this video, we give away codes. At every single Fusion World video, we give away 2 codes to 1 lucky winner. All you get to do is be a subscriber, leave a like and comment on the video, and then at the end of the next Fusion World video I'm gonna show you the lucky winner. And of course, a huge shout out to the coffee club, our lovely patrons. These are our $2 and up patrons. They buy us coffee, they keep this crazy content grind going. And guys, thanks out for support. If you wish to join the coffee club, link to a patron is in the description below. And I think that's about everything. Roll the video! Okay guys, let's keep this brief. I am here with Deck Planet, the best deck builder in the world. Really no reason to use any of the inferior ones. Don't hate yourself, you deserve quality. So, as you can see, I'm currently on the meta page. So basically, when you go to Deck Planet, you click here, you will find all of the breakdowns, including this one. Let's just go through the leaders. Top 16, 7 Friezas, 4 androids, 3 Gokus, those are U7s, 1 Goku Black somehow, and 1 Vegeta. Let's start with the winning deck, Sergio's androids. Congratulations Sergio for winning. And yeah, here is the first place androids list. What do we have here? Okay, we have some cool inclusions. We have Kami as your 1-drop, which just KOs a 1 cost or less. It's a 10k combo, pretty cool, no reason not to use it. He's also running the Cell Juniors, but as you can see, he's not running the big guy. So you just pay 2 and grab an extra card. There is no free play here because you don't have the big cell. The standard package of androids, but also including Krillin, 4 copies. You look at top 5, you grab an Android 18 or an extra card. This Gero is cool. Like, he's pretty cute with this effect. You discard 1 card from your hand, you KO it, and then you switch in Android 17 to active mode. It can be your boss monster, it can be your leader, it can be a lot of things. Then we have, of course, 4 copies of the newest ramp package, because these new androids are phenomenal. Should have been out in set 1, but yeah, 3 copies of the boss monster. We have this android which cheats out the 18, which can either be the 2 cost or the other 2 cost that's just skillless. And then just super combos and Broly. And as you can see, no lab, 3 gigantic meteors, 3 destructive strengths, 1 big bang attack, and surprisingly 1 earth destroying blow. We didn't see this one, but I am intrigued by this inclusion. Congrats Sergio for winning. Then we have second place, Francisco's Frieza. Okay, so the first of the Friezas. So here's how it goes, right? You run 4 copies of Bulma because Bulma is phenomenal. Then you still run the Ginyu package. Of course, because it's just way too good. It's way too good not to run. 4 copies of Vegeta to cock-block green completely. Yeah, this Vegeta is insane. This is your ace card when you are fighting against green. Then 3 copies of the new Frieza. Okay, this is interesting. 3 cost 20k, 10k combo. Auto your turn once per turn. When it's switched to active mode by a skill, like your leaders, choose up to 1 of your opponent's rest mode battle cards with cost 4 or less, and it can't switch to active mode during your opponent's next turn. So you just freeze something, right? Goku, this Goku is insane. This Goku is one of the best cards in the set. On play and when attacking, you choose up to 1 of your opponent's rest mode battle cards, and it can switch to active mode during your opponent's next turn. The fact that you get 2 for the price of 1, 2 effects is wow. And then you have the standard cooler, only 1 SCR because it's kinda shit. And then you have Chilai, no extra cards. Then we are going to third place, Ferran Ryu's U7. Yes, U7 scoring third place. 4 copies of Frieza, because yeah, like it's a no-brainer. And then you kind of have a Topku package going on here, right? You still have the Basil to get your TOP cards, one of which is a Self-Awakener in Caulifla. Then the reason why you run Basil is because you have so many targets from the newest set. You have Gohan. Gohan is insane. Android 17 pulling in a lot of weight in this specific build, really pulling in a lot of value. And then you have, your standard U7 package. You have Kefla to cheat out something. 4 glimpses, you can get your Kefla back. Like, yeah, why not? Just 4 glimpses, a DSCR, and then you have, the big eye to close out the games. Then we have Sergio's 4th place, Goku Black. Yeah, Goku Black on the 4th place. This is very interesting. So using the Zamasus, sure, because you're running the engine, right? But the cool part starts around the Zamasu, right? So the Zamasu, they just can't be removed by opponent skills. And then it begins. 2 copies of the one that just draws you a card. It's probably the worst one. 2 copies of the one that's a tutor. Look at top 3, grab a Zamasu. Sure. 4 copies of the new guy, which is phenomenal because you just bought on deck a 2 cost or less, you get rid of a blocker. 4 copies of Fused Zamasu, no reason not to run it. And then you just go into the big boss monster and you still have the Gotenks package running the little guys just for extra combo power. Very, very strong deck. Then 5th place, Debbie's. Debbie went all the way to the finale. Congratulations, mate. It was awesome to see you play. So Debbie's Frieza, and from this point on, we're just flying through lists because there's not a lot of difference in them. He's running the Ginyu, which is great, like still the Ginyu Toad for some extra draw power, knees for awakening. Yeah, he's 10k combo. Yeah, you need to take a life, but in return, he's 10k combo. A heavy package with the boss monsters and the coolers, free, and even 2 SCRs. And then just 2 extra cards, the Time Rewound and 1 copy of Supernova. And then we start seeing repeats, right? Marcos' 6th place androids. A cool thing about these ones is that they are running this SR. So on play, if you have 5 or more energy, add up to 1 card from the top of your deck into energy in rest mode. Very, very achievable with androids. Auto once per turn. When your battle card that costs 5 or more is removed from your battle area by an opponent, this card gains plus 10k. Okay, not bad. And it's until the end of your next turn, so your opponent removes something, this guy powers up. Other than that, 2 copies of Cell. Okay, so now you can free play the 2 drops, right? Because you have 2 copies of Cell. I like Cell, but I'm not super sold on him outside of Cell deck, but I didn't practice, like, at all, so it's just theory. Again, 2 copies of Earth Destroying Blow. This card makes the list once again. For 2, it gives plus 25k power to a leader or battle card, and then if you have 6 or more, you look at the top card of your deck, and you draw a card effectively, or you add it to your energy in rest mode. It's a ramp piece. Then Alberto's U7, super similar to the other one. There are some different inclusions with Whis, with Roshi, with the critical Beerus, Gohan that gives -10 to everything, and then the rest is the package that you have seen with Topku package, effectively, right? Caulifla, Gohan, Android 17, and Kefla. Then we go to 8th place, Alejandro's Frieza. It's Frieza. It's just Frieza. Super similar to other lists. No extra cards. Also running 2 copies of the free drop. And yeah. Then we go to 9th place, Eliezer's Frieza. Once again, it's Frieza. There are some inclusions like the Zarbons. That's interesting. Kui, 2 copies. Okay. The 4 copies of the free cost 25k skillless guides, 10k combo, it's 25k, it's pretty decent. This is the one of the first, I think this is the first list that we're seeing with actually the 4 cost 40k Frieza. That's an interesting inclusion, this one instead of Cooler. 3 copies of the Boss Monster, 2 of the SCR, and then just a Supernova. And now we are on Mirko's 10th place Frieza. Very similar to the other ones, except this one is actually running Berther and 2 copies of Gold and Death Beam, which is an interesting inclusion. We haven't seen this one yet. And then the rest is just standard Frieza stuff. 11th place David Martin's Frieza, running the Ginyu Toad, running the 40k Frieza and 1 Death Beam, sticking to Ginyu Raccoon when it comes to the engine, again running 2 copies of this Frieza, and then the rest is, 3 Boss Monsters, 2 SCRs. Then 12th place Adrian's Frieza. Yeah, okay, so running the Zarbon, running the free cost Friezas, 2 coolers, 1 of the 40ks, and then the rest is standard, but this one is once again taking in Golden Death Beam. Then 13th place Lucas's Androids. Okay, first thing that comes to mind is Bulma. Activate main, once per turn discard 1, draw 1. This one is actually very good in the deck because you can discard some droids early on, filter through your deck, and then you can play the other droids and then just get them back from the drop into the energy. But the big thing is this: Dr. Gero's Lab. This is the first build that we are seeing with Dr. Gero's Lab. It got 13th place, also running 2 copies of this Android 20 to be able to get it early on. The reason why is because you want a very steady ramp package, because you're running 4 copies of Cell. So you will be killing your energy a lot. Lab really helps out here, even if it is pay 6 to ramp 1. And this time 4 copies of Earth Destroying Blow. Okay, card really worth checking out. Then we have 14th place David Vargas's U7 from Team Tab. I think the entire Team Tab was on the U7. Again, Topku like U7. You run a lot of the OP cards, you run your Glimps, your Keflas, your Gohans and stuff, and just the only a bit spicier inclusion is 2 copies of God Kamehameha. Then 15th place Alejandro's Vegeta. Okay, so what do we have here? 2 copies of Bulma, because Bulma can make your Vegeta huge, plus she does work with the Boss Monster. Keep that in mind. I found that out yesterday while playing. So anyway, Zamasu's 1 Trunks with just a 30k beater, and then you have the good stuff, right? 4 copies of Vegito, 2 Zamasus, 2 Gotenks, 2 Vegito SCRs. This card is amazing. 2 of the Boss Monster, and once you get into your late game, you have 3 Zenos to wipe the board, you have Goku Black to get you some extra value, and then you have extra removal in Sinister Sickle. So a lot of bottom decking effects, a lot of board control in the early game, and once you hit that sweet spot 6 cost, then you just start heavily controlling the board, and you start swinging the game into your favor. And the last place, 16th, Aris's Android. Yeah, it's similar to some lists that we have seen, running Kami, running 3 copies of Krillin, again running Trunks Future. Okay, there is something to this deck, worth checking out. 1 copy of the Android 20 which withstands, and then the rest is Gigantic Meteor, Destructive Strength, and 1 copy of Cell. So yeah, link is in the description below, and those were the deck lists. That's it for the video. Let me know in the comments below, what is your opinion on the European breakdown, on the Mana Vortex event, the first post-ban list event in the world. And yeah, someone said it on a tier list that Frieza is gonna be tier 1. I told you, I was wrong on androids. but definitely Frieza. Androids showing up, Vegeta showing up as well, like not a lot of Vegetas, but a couple. Is there anything here that surprises you? Let me know in the comments below. I read all of your comments, I try to respond to everything. I love our little community. And of course, a huge shout out to the winner. Congrats for winning 2 digital pack codes. Reach out to me either through Facebook on the lookout or through Discord. My tag is in the description below, and everyone else, you have another chance to win 2 codes on the next Fusion World video. And while you're here, share the video, it helps out other players. Hit those like and subscribe buttons, help us get to 6k subs when I'm gonna give away a box of codes or 2. We'll see. Anyway, this has been Demian from the Lookout, and I'll see all of you in the next video.